One of these cheap products ended up costing over $2,000, and chances are you've bought at least one of them. I'm Tom, and today we're chasing the dominoes that start with cheap and end with disaster. We all love a bargain, but sometimes saving a few bucks becomes the most expensive decision you'll ever make. This video will show the exact moments cheap gear betrays you. The flash, the crack, the smell, the spark, and the consequences that pile up fast. We're going to walk through 10 everyday items that seem harmless until they wreck your day, your job, your home. Let's start with the one almost everyone owns. I'm standing in a cafe when a cheap phone charger starts to spark under the table. The cheap charger starts to spark under the table. The cable melts. The phone flickers. Suddenly everything goes dark as the phone dies in front of my eyes. I grab it. The screen's black and warm. That sinking feeling hits. I assume the fix is simple. Swap the cable for a new cheap one I bought online. I plug it in. The sparks intensify. The cable arcs and the charger fries the phone's charging port. I rush to a repair shop.
The technician opens the phone. They say the logic board is toasted. Data might be gone.
While syncing the phone to my laptop to recover files, a surge runs through the cable and kills the laptop too. Client edits, emails, a week of work. The cost isn't just gear, it's lost income and missed deadlines. The phone screen, logic board repair, and a new laptop add up. The kicker is lost freelance contracts and emergency replacements that push the bill over $2,000. Buy a certified charger. Don't risk uncertified cables for a few bucks. And if you think that was bad, wait until we look at batteries. They sneak in when you least expect it. We're filming a drone launch when the remote dies mid-flight and the drone starts to drift away. I reach for the spare batteries, they're cheap cells I grabbed in bulk, and swap them in on camera. Moments later, the drone sputters, twitches, and crashes into a tree. We climb up and find sticky, corroded battery acid inside the battery bay. The cheap cells leaked corrosive goo that leaked over components at connectors, ate circuits, ruining the drone's internals, and destroying the only copy of our footage. I think, just replace the batteries and we're fine. But closer inspection shows the damage spread into the flight controller. The corrosion reached the SD card slot where the day's footage sat. It's toast. The production schedule collapses, reshoots cost travel and crew fees, and a client's campaign window slams shut. Replacement drone data recovery attempts reshoot expenses. Cheap cells can ruin gear and careers. Use high-quality, reputable batteries and rotate them regularly. Next hook, charging your phone is one thing, but a phone case that promises protection can fail spectacularly. Coming up next. I drop my phone from a short height, the case shatters. I breathe easy because the screen didn't crack. Or so I think. Up close, the edges of the case are split, a hairline fracture runs across the screen under the protector. I assume the case did its job and carry on. I don't notice the tiny divot spreading days later. Mid-urgent call with a major client, the touchscreen flickers and then freezes. The hidden crack has migrated and killed the digitizer. The screen protector hid the fracture at first, so I missed the danger signs until critical failure.
The repair shop tells me the entire display assembly needs replacement.
The repair timeline means missing a pivotal meeting, screen replacement, expedited shipping for a loaner device, the missed pitch that cost me a contract. The total passes $2,000 when you add opportunity loss. Not all cases protect. Look for tested drop ratings, genuine materials. Fake armor is cosmetic, not safety. Next hook. A flimsy umbrella promises coverage and fails when blowing winds are at their worst. Up next. A padlock can give you a false sense of security, but some can be opened with a pen. Don't miss this. Chapter 4. A wind gust snaps the frame of a cheap umbrella just as I cross a busy street. There's a sharp metal crack. The umbrella collapses inward like a broken cage, spray whipping clothes and bags with rain. I try to tape it back together with trash tape, waving like a lunatic to keep the rain off while dodging cars. Then the metal ribs pierce through fabric and snag my coat and a messenger bag, tearing material and sending papers flying, soaked documents with client signatures and a wet phone in my bag. The worst timing imaginable. Backpacks get drenched, laptops get drenched. I spend an afternoon drying electronics, running to copy services for ruined contracts, replaced coat, phone repair, reprinting legal documents, courier fees. The tally adds up fast when a business meeting is ruined. Cheap umbrellas fail when you need them most. Buy one that has a solid frame and windproof claims backed by reviews. Chapter 5. We test a cheap shed padlock on camera. It pops open with a simple biro in under 10 seconds. I demonstrate the technique. The look on the owner's face goes from smug to terrified in an instant. She thought theft was a fluke. we show footage of the pen trick. It's horrifyingly easy. A thief realizes the shed's secure lock is a joke, comes back when everyone's away. The next time, tools and power equipment are gone. Entire job orders can't be completed without those tools. The business loses clients due to missed deadlines. Stolen tools, emergency replacements, lost contracts. Downtime push the real bill well over $2,000 in hard and soft costs. Security is only as strong as the lock. Invest in rated locks and proper storage security. Heading to the airport, a suitcase zipper can betray you in front of everyone. Coming up. Chapter 6. At the baggage carousel, the zipper blows open, clothes spill across the conveyor like confetti. I'm scrambling to collect passports, shirts, toiletries, onlookers gawk, then I realize my passport is missing. I retrace steps, find the suitcase's lining torn, the cheap seams were the weak link. Hours later, my laptop is gone. Passport missing means I can't board the next flight. Frantic calls to lost and found, canceled connections, emergency fees. Hotels charge for late cancellations. New flights are expensive, identity hassle drains time and money. Emergency travel receipts, document replacement, new laptop, missed business opportunities add up fast. Chapter 7. Hook. Mid-hike, a strap rips and my pack tilts, everything shifts and I go down with my gear. The camera bag swings free, and an expensive mirrorless camera tumbles toward a river below. Escalation. I yank duct tape from my pack and patch the strap like it's 1999, hoping it holds for the descent, but duct tape isn't a mechanical fix. Minutes later it peels and the camera slips from my hands into the water. Second hook. The camera sinks and the memory card is submerged. The assignment footage is potentially lost forever. Escalation. We haul gear back to the trailhead, soaked boots and ruined equipment in tow, and call the client with bad news. Cost. Camera replacement, data recovery attempts, reputational damage and lost assignment fees pile up into the thousands. Lesson. A sturdy pack saves your gear and your career. Buy gear rated for your load and conditions. Next hook. A frying pan that flakes seems small until your dinner and health are on the line. I'm cooking for friends, cheap non-stick. Pan starts to stick, coating begins to flake with every scrape. Food tears, a silver dust of Teflon-like flakes swirls into the sauté. Nobody wants that on their plate. I scrub harder to make it usable. It chips the coating more, releasing more flakes and a chemical smell. A guest complains of nausea later. A hospital visit reveals stomach irritation, and we're left with a medical bill and a shaken group. The pan's burned oil fuses to the oven bottom and ruins the appliance when smoke sets off failure sensors. I plug on more cookware. Oven repair and replacement cookware are another layer of expense, and I can't help worrying about long-term health risks. Doctor bills, replacement oven and pans, and the ruined dinner that required eating out. The total climbs quickly. Cheap non-stick can be dangerous. Choose PFOA-free, well-reviewed cookware, and replace when coating shows wear, and, an extension lead might look handy. But when it sparks, everything can go up in smoke. Coming next. A storm hits. An overloaded extension lead sparks, trips the breaker in our house. I unplug a few devices, plug in the backup power, and think everything's under control, but the strip is already hot. More devices go onto the same strip in a rush to save work from the outage. The plastic starts to soften. I look down and see the lead melting into the carpet. A small glow becomes a tiny flame. That turns into smoke fast. Smoke alarms go off later. Not yet. The fire grows overnight while everyone thinks the house is fine. The fire ruins furniture, electronics, and the home needs remediation. We're out of the house for weeks during repairs. Structure repair, smoke remediation, temporary housing, replace possessions, emotional trauma all mount into 5 figures for some families. Cheap power strips are fire risks. Use surge protectors with proper ratings and avoid daisy chaining them. And the device that should have saved you, the smoke alarm, sometimes turns out to be fake comfort. A cheap battery-operated smoke alarm chirps once, then falls silent. On a night when the family is cooking late, I smell smoke in the morning. I tap the alarm. Nothing. A small blaze in the kitchen smolders. It smolders into a full-room fire by dawn.
We evacuate.
Smoke swallows the hallways. The dogs are coughing, and it feels like everything collapses in slow motion. Later we learn the alarm's batteries were dead and the test feature was unreliable. The device never met basic standards. Insurance covers some, but irreplaceable items and personal mementos are gone. Rebuilding is a long, expensive, emotional slog. Structural rebuild, lost heirlooms, relocation costs, the trauma of losing a safe place. The real cost is life-altering and often far beyond monetary repair. Invest in reliable alarms. Hardwired detectors, interconnected detectors, proper certification. They save lives and livelihoods. We've walked through 10 real disasters caused by cheap stuff. Now let's tie it together and see what you can do. We just walked through 10 everyday things that start as a great deal and end as a catastrophe. Chargers, batteries, cases, umbrellas, locks, suitcases, backpacks, pans, extension leads, smoke alarms. I've seen sparks, leaks, torn seams, silent alarms, and the common thread is clear. Short-term savings can create long-term pain. If you remember one thing from this video, let it be this. Invest in trusted, certified, and well-reviewed gear for the things that protect your data, your health, and your home. Which cheap product has cost you the most? Tell me in the comments. I want to read your stories and learn from your scars. We'll be doing follow-ups, product tests, and a what-to-buy-instead guide to help you replace the worst offenders without breaking the bank. If you've ever lost work time or a memory to a bargain that wasn't worth it, share it below. I read every comment and we might feature your story next. Thanks for sticking around through 10 cautionary tales. Be smart, be safe, and sometimes the expensive choice really is the cheaper one in the end. See you in the next video where we test replacements that actually survive real-world disaster scenarios.